Welcome back to the Pastor's Porch. I'm Father Jason, pastor of St. Matthias Anglican Church here in Katy, Texas. It's been quite a while since we've recorded something here on my porch, and as you can tell by the sofa I'm sitting on, the pillar in the background, the porch itself has changed. This summer and early fall, Liz and I were able to have this porch constructed on the back of our house. And we've been enjoying it thoroughly, and so I'm excited to share our new porch with you and to share some of my random thoughts and devotions and teachings with you. And I hope that as I share my life with you, we can grow together and connect with God just a little bit more. Sometimes I'm amazed at how the most random and mundane things in a given day can spark reflections in my mind. This week it was the lint trap in our dryer. On Monday morning I had grabbed my laundry and I sauntered over to the washing machine and started a load. Well, an hour or so later, I heard the machine sing its little song to tell me that it was done, and I came over to put the load from the washer into the dryer. And my immediate thought as I went to do so was, ugh, when I go to open the dryer door, are there going to be any clothes already in there? You see, probably like your house, there's always a 50-50 chance that someone in the family will have done their laundry and left it sitting in the dryer after it was done. And actually, I could probably say that it isn't just a 50-50 chance, it's probably more of like a 75 to 25% chance. But lo and behold, as I geared myself up for getting grumpy about it, I opened the door and it was empty. And I was so happy. But then the thought came, but did they empty the lint trap? Surely they didn't think to empty it after they emptied out their pile of clothes and took it to their rooms. Well, as I pulled it out to check, I have to say, I actually let out a verbal reaction. It was clean. I almost wanted to do a dance because I didn't have to do it for them. Now, I'm not sure who did their laundry before. I don't know if it was Liz or if it was Aiden or if it was Avery, but whoever it was, I was so proud of them. Now, you might think, what's the big deal with that? Or perhaps maybe you can totally relate to me and you've danced that little dance yourself when you've gone to do the laundry. But either way, I have to admit there have been times that I have literally, under my breath, murmured about my children. I've mumbled things about my wife because of this, all over dryer lint or clothes being left in the dryer. And I have to be honest, they've probably done the same about me because I too have been guilty of it and not getting my stuff out of the dryer right away or forgetting to change or clean out the dryer lint. As I've gotten older, especially as I've become a parent and now a parent of older teens, I hear what my mom and dad would say often. Well, maybe more my mom than my dad in terms of household and everyday type of stuff. They would say, think about the person who comes after you. Think about the person who comes after you. Whether it's doing the laundry or emptying the lint trap, whether it's the quintessential changing of the toilet paper roll or the paper towel roll when it's near empty, or whether it's picking up the clothes you left on the floor or draped over the back of your chair, or the trash can that's stuffed so full that it's overflowing, or that empty box in the pantry after taking that last treat. If you notice it and you don't take care of it, or if you don't say something about it, the person after you will have to deal with it. And well, depending on which of those examples you choose to pay attention to, if they're left stranded because you didn't replace something, it can be quite problematic. When we turn a blind eye to something, when we want to be lazy and say, I just don't feel like dealing with it, or we just simply don't bother to take notice of something, or to say something to someone else about it, well, it means that the person after you will have to deal with it, or the consequence of it. But this idea goes beyond just the annoyances of tasks and chores or pantry supplies. I really speak of something more important, And that is the perspective embracing and understanding that I'm here to help and to influence those that come after me, or those that follow behind me. That may be my children. That may be a postulant in church training for ministry, for me, say, as a pastor. That may be a parishioner. That may be a friend. That may be my spouse. And I speak in the first person, but that should be translated to all of us. I, you, we. God has created us in relationship. Just as He is in relationship within the Godhead of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, so He created us in relationship. The Scriptures tell us that it wasn't good for Adam to be alone, and so God created another for Adam of like kind, and so he could be in relationship. He created a helper, a complement in the person of Eve, such that the two of them could enjoy each other and fulfill God's will in the earth. And being in such a relationship, not just of husband and wife, but really in any relationship, means that we impact one another. What I do impacts my wife. What my wife and I do impacts our children. What I do as a pastor or a clergyman impacts the well-being of St. Matthias and all our members. What you do as members impacts me and my family. And what we do as a parish church impacts the community around us. Or what you do at your office desk impacts your coworker or your bosses or your customers. And so the question I try to ask myself is, how does what I do right now, or what I choose not to do right now, impact the life and the soul of another? If I fail to discipline, what am I really doing to my child? If I go overboard in my discipline, what am I doing? If I leave that phone call unanswered, how is that affecting another? If I remain silent on something, knowing that what I know could truly change a situation, maybe with a boss or someone else, what am I doing to another? If I have a gift and a talent, but I choose not to use it for whatever reason, maybe I'm feeling tired, or maybe I'm feeling lazy, well, what does that do to the one after me? We all have an impact. We all make a difference, one way or another, for good, sometimes for bad. And so today's reflection is, clean the lint trap when you're done. Think about the person that comes after you. Something that is so simple and that may seem so unimportant can actually have a huge impact on another in untold ways. If anything, it might just stop your dad and your husband from grumbling under their breath. And so those are my thoughts today, and I hope that they, at least in some small way, meant something to you. May God bless you until next time. And for those in the Katy area, I hope to see you at church on Sunday morning.